Hey, what's up you guys? Josh here with the GoKaioken channel, and today I've got kind of a two-part video with two different parts, so bear with me with that. I say two-part video because I've got these 17mm hex hub adapters so I can put the X01 wheels on this Bandit. I don't have the wheels yet, but I've got the adapter, so I'll show you guys how to put that on. But I'm not going to post this video until I actually get the wheels. I can do it all at the same time. The other thing I'm doing is I got the RPM front bumper, and that is so that I can do kind of an experiment here. I'm going to put the bumper on upside down and maybe seal up these two center holes, or put a front wing, or a wing that's for the rear but put it on the front, kind of like what Indy cars look like, to help with downforce for the front. Because when I ran this last time, the reason it wrecked was because wind got up underneath of it and just picked it up. So I'm going to show you guys how to put that on, and then you probably won't see me testing different things, but I'll show you the end product of what I end up doing with this. So that'll all be part of the same video. I will see you guys in just a second. All right, so this is just a quick overview of the installation on a Bandit of these 17mm wheel hub adapters. So first off, part number 5853X. What you get is 4 of these hex nuts, 2 of these short adapters, and 2 long adapters. That'll be important in just a second. You can see 2 longer ones, 2 shorter ones, and then you get 4 of these, which get screwed on to here. And it looks like that might, yeah, should hold these on by going inside of those. So I was reading over the instructions, and it says the long offset, which are these, should go on the front in 2-wheel drive applications. However, keep in mind, this is for Stampede / and Rustler vehicles. Now, I'm looking at the offset currently, right? And if I look from overhead like this, you can see the fronts are a little bit wider than the rears. That makes sense though, because you've got these skinnier tires up front and the thicker tires in the rear. So you can see on this side, because of that offset, they end up being the same width, right? Now, if I end up going with the X01 tires, that offset, like if I put the longer ones up here, that's not gonna make any sense, right? And I put the shorter ones back here. Look at that offset. So that's not gonna work. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna ignore the instructions for that because we have a Bandit here, and we're gonna put the longer ones. I'll pick the pin up. I'll put the pin on in a second. But we'll put the longer ones in the rear, shorter ones on front, and then they'll be just about even. So that's what we're gonna do for the Bandit. So let me get the camera set up and I'll show you guys up close what this installation looks like. So just quick disclaimer, this is for a Bandit. And so the installation instructions are gonna be for this. If you have a Slash or a Rustler vehicle or a Stampede that you're doing this on, I'd say find a different installation video, because you're gonna have a little hex on here that you'll pop off, and it's just a little bit different. So this is for a Bandit. Also, I'm putting the longer offset in the back instead of the front like the instructions say. So that's just another thing to keep in mind. So first thing we do is grab, we take the wheel off, and the standard Traxxas wheels have got these pins in here, so it doesn't have the hex hub. So you can either reuse the pin that's stock, or they give you new pins. I'm just going to reuse the stock one, and this just lines up just like your wheel normally would. So we'll insert that, hold our drive shaft in place so that doesn't move, and then make sure that slides all the way on. Then what we're going to do is grab this hex tool. Okay, so this normally comes with an EREVO or an XMaxx or something like that, but somehow you'll need to hold this in place. And for me, this is the easiest way to do it. You could also just get a wrench that is this size, so 17 millimeter. So we're just gonna slide this over like that so it holds that in place. And then we're gonna use the included hex tool. Insert this side. I'm gonna go through this tool and I've gotta be able to see. So essentially, if I take this off, what we're doing is we're going through the tool, through here, and then screwing this on. Now we can actually kind of get this started like this, but at this point, you'll just end up turning the drive shaft and everything with it, right? So that's why you're going to insert this over top of it, insert the tool in here, kind of find it. Come on. Okay. I'll hold the tool and tighten that the rest of the way. Just like that. So now that will not come off this way. And that's it. So then you find a wheel that is that will go into a 17 millimeter hex, and then you tighten that wheel down with this. Simple as that. All right, I'm gonna do all four corners, and then we will continue the video at that point. All right, you guys, you know I had to try it. I didn't run it like this, but look how absolutely ridiculous that looks. Excuse the trash back there. I just thought that was hilarious. I've still got the 17 millimeter there, but I put the wheels there to see what it looks like. But I mean, look. It runs, you know, I mean, it fits, it rotates. That's just so stupid looking. I kind of want to see maybe the XMaxx tires on the front. Something tells me I got to try to run it like this. Okay, it's official. I've made the stupidest looking Bandit, or maybe the most badass looking Bandit. Oh, it depends on your taste, I guess. Oh, I had that drawer open. Oh, I hit myself in the back. Okay. Look, it rolls. And the wheels turn. But you got a lot of wiggle and a lot of flex because the tires are so big. Something tells me I still got to try to run it like this just to see what it does. It's probably way too much rotational mass for the motor and those gears. Probably way too big tires for the servo. But I gotta see. Guys, look how dumb this looks. The LiPo's turned off. It wasn't charged very much. Okay, no, it didn't turn off, but the ESC is in super hot mode. So, yeah, bad idea. All right, so I knew there was a potential for these to make the ESC too hot, but take this as a lesson for you guys. And for me, it's, you know, test and learn, but the ESC definitely got way too hot. I took the wheels off, I set it in front of this fan for a bit, let it cool off, and then I hooked the battery back up and made sure everything still works. So we're good. We're not gonna do that again. We're gonna wait for the X01 tires to come in the mail. And then I think I gotta do something about keeping this cool. Maybe find a fan that's made for this ESC. But honestly, if it went out, I wouldn't have been too upset. because that means I would have just upgraded to castle setup. But we're not trying to intentionally burden these out, so I'll look to see what fan options I've got to try to keep this cool. But yeah, definitely can't wait for those X01 wheels and a GPS, see what this thing can really do. See if we can go well beyond 70. Anything over 70 miles an hour, I'll be happy with. But yeah, these actually ended up working great. No complaints with those whatsoever. So, all right. Again, this is all gonna be part of the same video. You guys will see the X01s in just a second. All right, you guys, so I know it was just a second for you all, but it's been several days for me. But I've got the, was it X01? Traxxas X01? Whatever the fast one is. I've got those wheels put on. I also put this. So I've got an RPM bumper trimmed down and drilled out so I can put what is actually an EREVO rear bumper, mini EREVO, or not rear bumper, rear wing on the front of that. And then I also took the bumper and put it in this vise over here and used a lighter, well, like a blowtorch, heat that up and then bend it downwards so that as it's running down the road, it's actually pushing that front end down. So we'll see how that helps with keeping it down. I'm not sure how I feel about how it looks, but if it does its job of keeping that nose down, then that'll be good. The wheels are bigger than stock, obviously, but they're super light, so they should be able to handle the speed. They won't, we won't burn out the motor as easily. It still will burn out the motor pretty quickly if we do a whole bunch of high-speed runs, but there's that. As I mentioned, it's been a couple of days for me, and the garage is a mess. Got to clean up the grill. We had a celebration for my wife. She graduated college this semester. This was her last semester, so we had some folks over. Not too many people. We were within the COVID-19 guidelines for our state, but that's why the garage was a mess. Had to buy some tables, chairs, borrow some tables and chairs. But anyways, this is done. Let's get it on the ground, see what it looks like. You can see I've already kind of rolled it around a little bit, but I literally just got the front wheels in the mail. And there it is. That thing looks fast, just sitting still. Jeez. And for those who want to know, that's the part number for the rear wheels, and those are the front wheels. All right, so I'm gonna get the GoPro out and give this thing a quick test. Woo! All right. Very fast, very fast. No ballooning at all. Jeez. All right, one more pass. We're actually gonna come down this way. Sorry about the wind. Oh man, dude, I barely saved it. Holy shit, I thought for sure that thing was gonna crash and crash hard. But I saved it. Whew. That stability management really helped. When I got about here, I just hooked it hard left because I didn't want to hit the mailbox. And holy crap. It just took it, no problem. Nice, and these wheels are not ballooning at all. Glue's not coming off. Yeah, these are perfect. Perfect for this. Let's get it parked. That was crazy. All right, let's take a look. Ugh. Oh yeah, ESC's hot again. Whew. Goodness. Yeah, only like 1 or 2 passes with this thing. Yeah, wires are hot. Motor's hot to the touch. Whew. All right, I'm definitely gonna get a fan for the ESC, but really, it's still only gonna be good for a couple quick runs. But outside of that, whoo boy, this thing is fast. All right, so I'm gonna let this cool off. The other thing I wanna do is go ahead and put a mount on here so I can put the GoPro on. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the aerodynamics. I'm thinking actually, well here, let me turn this off first. Shut that down. Shut that down. Let me see. If I put, it seems like this front wing really helped actually. Now that I think about it, it didn't come up at all. But I probably put the GoPro maybe all the way up against here, because there's this little bit of lip, and then the window. If I put it there, maybe the mount, won't. Of course, the GoPro itself will be, creating some drag, but at least the mount would be right there. And then the weight is a little bit, more towards the front, so it's not going to want to wheelie and tilt back or anything like that. So I think that'll be a good spot for it. And that'll give us two things. One, it'll get us a crazy angle, right? We'll be able to see from right here. Hopefully it'll pick up the wheels and that fin, and of course being that low to the ground will be awesome to see. But the GoPro will also pick up GPS. And that GPS data will hopefully give us the speed. We can know how fast this thing's going according to GPS. So really that's the only way you can measure. But yeah, these wheels did great. These hub adapters did great. I love it, absolutely love it, and would definitely recommend. All right, see you in a minute.